Once upon a time, in America, small cars were cheap, simple, basic transportation. But not anymore. That's all changed, and I've got the proof of it. I've got the brand new Ford Focus, which is the exact opposite of that. It's not simple, it's not cheap, and it certainly isn't basic transportation. It's got a sophisticated dual clutch 6-speed transmission, which is something you only could get on crazy expensive sports cars once upon a time. It's got all the stuff that you would expect to have in a car costing thousands more. And at 155 horsepower and 145 pound-feet of torque, this engine is not the fastest in the world, but you know what? It's adequate. It doesn't get 40 miles to the gallon unless you get the special high-efficiency model. It has really nice soft-touch materials, and perhaps best of all, it has that European styling that makes this, in my mind, one of the nicest cars in this segment. I wonder what Nathan brought.
I've got the brand new Sky Active Mazda 3. Pretty cool. This is a really interesting car because from the outside it looks exactly the same as the previous Mazda 3, but it's not. It has the new Sky Active 2-liter engine, puts out 155 horsepower, and what's interesting about it is that with no alterations whatsoever, as long as you're driving the 6-speed automatic, you can get well over 40 miles per gallon. I have the awesome, and I mean it, awesome, manual transmission 6-speed. It feels like you're driving like a Mazda RX-8 or maybe the Miata. I'm not kidding, it really is that good. This is the brand new Sky Active engine. It's a 2-liter engine. It seems to be a regular everyday engine until you realize exactly what it is, which it is direct injection, and it's super, super high compression. Simply put, you need very little gas to produce an awful lot of RPM and an awful lot of power for such a small engine.
Yeah, so Nathan swooned like a little girl when describing this car. Let's see what he's talking about. Oh, I hate to admit it, but Nathan is right. This transmission is tight, the steering is precise, and the ride, well, it's well dampened, and going around these turns, this feels like I'm driving not a small car, but the RX-8. Very, very impressive indeed.
That's not bad. Wait, the next gear. The next gear. There it goes. Dual clutch. Not my favorite transmission in the world when it comes to driving in the city. It lags, it kind of bounces around, you roll back when you're at a stop, but when you're on a highway, it's pretty good.
But if I'm being honest, I could not get past that clown face in the front of this car. The Focus is European spelt, it's just cool. This looks like you're driving the Joker.
I still think the transmission in my car is much better. But as for the rest of it, I mean, the steering wheel feels really good. The seats feel really comfortable. It feels like I'm driving a car that costs about 35 grand. And I know it doesn't cost 35 grand. It's actually extraordinary. What the hell's going on with Ford? The hell?
I just can't get past the seat of black plastic. There is no design. There's like 3,000 buttons. Some designer threw them on the dash and said, here is your Mazda 3, enjoy. The Ford has style, it has presence, and it makes me feel like I'm driving a much more expensive car. But for my 24K, I'd rather be in something that makes me feel special versus something that drives well but makes me feel like I'm driving a clown car. All right, Nathan, what we have here is the classic looks. That would be the Focus versus talent, which would be the Mazda. So how do we solve it?
Oh,
I have an idea.
Ah.
Ah, the stopwatch. The stopwatch does not lie, my friend.
0 to 60?
0 to 60, let's do it. All right, Nathan, 0 to 60, I've got the stopwatch. You tell me when you hit 60. You ready to go?
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, got some wheel spin, yeah. Go, Mazda, go. Whoa, rough shifting. And we at 60 yet?
Now.
Whoa. Read and weep, Nathan, 10.81. That's not that fast, but we are at over 5,000 feet of elevation.
Yeah, we're nearly 6,000 feet, so that's lost a lot of horsepower, but trust me, it wasn't bad.
Dual clutch, 2 words. That's all I gotta say. Dual clutch.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with your dual clutch. We'll see what happens. Okay, ready here. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, it bogged down a little bit. There it goes. Come on, come on, come on. And we're at, now.
11 something something 11. 11, 90, almost 12 seconds. Whoa.
You know, I know what
That's
it is.
kinda
I know what it is. I put bad gas in here. It's bad gas in here.
Yeah.
All right, Nathan, you got me on that one, but that's nothing to brag about. 0 to 60 in 10 to 12 seconds.
Yeah, well, these cars aren't really made for high speed. They're made for economy, they're made for comfort, they're made for everyday use.
So which one's better?
I have it.
Okay.
Which one's nicer to look at?
Ford.
Which one has a nicer interior?
Ford.
Which one handles better?
Mazda.
Which one's faster?
Mazda.
So which one's best?
Ford.
Mazda.
All right, on that, we'll leave it. See you guys next time.